Pink 2-pound weights. Do these actually have a use in the gym, especially for arms? This question came from somebody on my Facebook wall, and I'm going to answer it in this video. What's up everybody, Succeed with Omid back again, and this time we're going to talk about how muscles actually grow and get stronger. You really only need to know two things. One is time, one is tension, and that's about it. You know, all we have to do is overload the muscles' recruitment ability to fight the weight. Usually a super heavy weight makes it easy and we don't have to do very many reps because the tension is so high that we don't really need a lot of time. But with these little guys, we need a lot of time because there's not a lot of tension here. So if I roll up my sleeve and I get my little tiny bicep out here and I start to move this weight, you're gonna see that this muscle is still really not that active, okay? It's really not that active. If I put some pressure behind it and actually increase the tension from here, down the arm and in here, and I squeeze that weight a little tighter, now you can actually see there's some tension in there, and I can use that weight to just increase this. But it's still gonna take a while. So you're looking at about maybe 30, 40, 50 reps to actually get a lot of what you need out here. And here's my other pro tip. The challenge is if the arm goes completely straight, I've lost the tension. And the second you lose the tension, it's just like having a rest period, right? A marathon is really easy to run if you take a break every mile and come back the next day and do it, right? You try and run that whole marathon at once, you're gonna be fine at the beginning, it's gonna start getting harder and harder and harder and harder and harder as the time increases. So with these little tiny weights, lots and lots and lots of reps. The idea is I don't really use these more than anything for maybe a shoulder exercise for somebody that has really weak shoulders, right? Long lever arm increases the tension here. Invest in some decent weights, or what you can do is you can do a door row, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, and it's going to increase the intensity or the tension part of the time under tension, and you'll have a lot more results for the arms. So just again, first thing we want to do is really understand that the tension is what we're going for, and we want to have it in the muscle for as long as we possibly can. So first thing you got to do is use your actual nervous system to make that muscle tense. But then when you're using it, we can put some body weight behind by grabbing onto any wall or a door or anything like that that you can grab onto, and then just lean back. And now all of a sudden, instead of just 2 pounds, right, or 3 pounds, or 4 pounds, or 5 pounds, or 10 pounds, now I've got my body weight behind this, which for me it's not much, I know I'm super skinny, but the idea is that if you really lean back, you can use physics to increase the amount that arm has to work. And you can pull, you can get that bicep going pretty dang good. You'll also get the forearm, you start working your grip, you'll control the shoulder, the chest will have to work here, the butt and back will have to work here. A much more effective exercise for building some strength, okay? Now last thing I'm going to say about this, I'm going to go back to the studio and show you that 2-pound weight and what I really use it for, because it's not actually completely useless, okay? Most of what I work on with most of my clients is stability and nervous system control, mind and muscle connection. So it's stability ball and a couple 2-pound weights with the legs together. It challenges how much the brain actually has control over the body from left to right. So now these weights are just an accessory to throw me off. And because I'm right hand dominant and left hand submissive, my right body wants to work a lot more than my left body does, right? These are all the same muscles. The muscles in my arms are connected to the muscles in my feet that are all connected through that nervous system, and this is going to train the nervous system to control these biceps without other compensations. You know what compensations I'm talking about if you've seen any of my other videos, right? The shoulders coming up and in, and chin starting to get really weird. This random sideways really thing. I'm trying to make sure the spine stays up tall, 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 and balanced and controlled with not a lot of crazy squeezing going on. I just want that pelvis to react and keep me on the ball. If the brain can increase the amount of tension that we have in our body, this 2-pound weight can turn into 2,000. But if the brain can't control the body, you can have a 2,000-pound weight that's not really going to do you any good. So time under tension, Combine those two things together, and this little pink guy can turn into some amazing results for you, especially if you do that nervous system exercise on the ball before you do that row or any other bicep curls. You're going to be surprised at how much faster and more muscle will actually develop because we were pre-programmed for that success. All right? Have an awesome rest of your day. I hope this information was helpful to you guys. Any requests, leave them in a comment below. Otherwise, I will talk to you next time.